I love to go running. Have I mentioned that before? I'm not very good at it, but I love that it keeps me fit. It clears my headspace, it reduces stress, it puts me in a good mood, all whilst toning my legs, so it's perfect. And the problem is, I haven't been running in a long time, and that's due to an injury that happened 5 years ago. Now, we were still living at the campsite, and I was feeding the animals. We used to have goats, and I was preparing their hay nets. We had these big balls of hay, and I couldn't quite reach the loose hay around the other side. So, rather stupidly, I know that now, I climbed onto a metal woodworking machine. It was about a metre off the ground. Now, it was a cold and wet, chilly November evening, and the metal was slippy, and my legs went from under me, and I slipped backwards, fell flat on my back. I just laid there for a second, not knowing if I'd landed on something sharp, if I'd banged my head. I just didn't know. I think when the shock went, I just burst into tears, and I remember Finn, and we still had his mum and dad then, Luke and Leia, and I just had these 3 Springer spaniels staring at me, crying on the ground, wondering what on earth I was doing. And I stayed like that probably for about 5 or 10 minutes. I knew, well, knowing I'd done something to my back. And I knew I had to, so I crawled back to the house, onto the settee, and stayed there for about a week. It did heal eventually, and I was absolutely fine, until last year. We sold the campsite and moved house, and I guess I carried too many boxes, too many heavy things, and the back pain flared up again. This time though, lasting quite a while. In fact, it's only in the last maybe 3 to 4 months that I've been completely pain-free. But bearing that in mind, I think now's the time to start running again. So I went with Steve last week to buy some new shoes. Here's how we got on.
Sharon is picking running shoes. She started off at the $22.99 section, so I'm quite excited. However, down that end, it's £250. I have a feeling she's going to end up down there. Just one other thing I'll point out, this is Decathlon. It's a great store, but they don't let dogs in unless they're in a trolley. Finn, what are you doing? He's a little bit confused, but I think he's quite happy. Midsection, currently midsection, shiny green one.
Very green.
Very €160 as well.
These are reduced from 150 to 100.
Okay, do you feel like you're saving £50 there?
Lots of...
Didn't like any of them at $22.99 down there? Oh, she's found a clearance section. Sharon, I think it's buy one get one free as well.
Tomorrow morning is the day. I'm going to set the alarm, start early, hopefully before it's too hot. I've dug out my running outfits. I've got my new shoes, which I've worn on a few dog walks just to wear them in. They're super comfortable. Now, I used to run with Finn's dad, but this will be the first time with Finn. So it's about teaching him how to run with me as well. I used to do maybe 2 to 3 5-kilometre runs a week, maybe with a 10-kilometre run every 3 to 4 weeks. As you know, I do a lot of dog walking, 10 to 15 kilometres a day, but if I can manage a 3-kilometre run tomorrow, I will be happy. If I get anywhere near a 5-kilometre run, I will be absolutely delighted. Before, I could never get under 26 minutes for a 5k run, so this is my target now, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take to achieve that. But anything I manage, obviously listening to my body, in particular my back, will be great. We'll see how it goes, and I will see you in the morning. It's 6:30, the sun's not even up yet, and we're just setting off. Wish me luck. Wow. Okay, here we go. I did it! I'm back. I managed the full 5k. I'm really happy. I'm gonna go grab a drink and I'll come back to you. I've cooled down a bit now, but we did it! The full 5 kilometres. I couldn't be happier. Not the quickest, 37 minutes and 44 seconds, so not up there with my top times, but can only get better. Finn was brilliant. He stayed on my left hand side the entire time. He did pull to stop 2 or 3 times just to have a pee or to have a sniff, but it was really fun to run with. It was just like running with his dad again. The shoes, fantastic, super comfortable, absolutely no problems with them at all, so I'm really glad that I went for these ones even though they were slightly more expensive. I'm glad that I set off at, I think it was 6:30, got back about 7:10. The sun was already feeling quite warm, so it's, yeah, I will definitely be running early mornings from now on. It's a little bit different running here to in the Corrèze. It's a lot flatter, so I'm not going to say it was a lot easier, but it was easier than what I thought it was going to be. So yeah, if my legs are not too achy in the morning, I will be back running again, and hopefully it won't be too long before I can pick my speeds and my times up, but as always I will keep you updated. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye bye.